Hello guys, MixAC here. Today I'm making a pretty different video because I have actually planned a new series for you guys. So it's called Think a Bit, and this basically means that I'm going to show you in every video one of the manga volume. And now, as you can see here is the Hellsing, which is really popular series. But yeah, I'm going to show you each video manga volume, and then I'm going to like find its meanings, like symbols and everything, and tell you how you can basically tell what kind of manga Hellsing is, even if you haven't never read it or heard it. So yeah, and I hope these videos aren't so pointless, because I think this is pretty good idea to discuss about these symbols and everything. But just guys, I'm not a symbol expert here, so yeah. But let's get started. So here we have Hellsing's first volume, and the author here is Kota Hirano, or Hirano Kota would be the Japanese. So yeah, and here we have the picture of. Okay, let's think a bit. So you haven't think about that. You haven't never heard about this series. You don't know anything about it, and we're going to discuss about this series in a little small bit. So yeah. So as you can see, here is moon, and moon usually if it's a red moon, it usually symbolizes maybe something to do with illusion, or if it's moon, usually when I ever see moon, I think werewolves. So that would be maybe the symbol of the moon. But why I thought that the moon would symbol the illusions was because the Naruto has the Akatsuki has the moon plan, so that's why I thought about it. But you can give it own meaning. So yeah, and first I would say that this hat would be like some witch hat, or this could be a gentleman's hat here, and this black could mean that the either the series is going to do something with the dark, or it's going to do something, or it's really bad because it's so black and everything that surrounds it so black, so it's kind of like bad, not in like bad series, but bad overall, bad like evil or something like that. And if you see here the eye, you can tell that this guy is really badass character, and also definitely this guy isn't normal. So yeah, and also how you can identify this character. What is he really? Is he human or is he something else? You can see here we have perfect perfect explanation here. So these tongues. So now you can think, what creature does have tongues? And the correct answer is vampire. So yeah. So now you can basically guess or say right that this guy either way he is vampire, and because he has this weapon out here, you can guess that vampire and weapon. So it's basically like vampire hunter. So yeah. And what's pretty interesting here is these symbols, which I don't really know about. Overall, there's some text about it, says something. And this pentagram. So pentagram is in many series, like Full Metal Alchemist has one, and I guess Monster has two own pentagrams. So the pentagram could be symbolize maybe demons, something to do with demons, or something to do with magic, or kind of like exorcism. So yeah, something to do with exorcism. So yeah, so if pentagram has to do something with demons and magic, so what do then this Hellsing, or basically the font here, like it's like it's written a bit different way, and it's like shaky, and usually shakiness means like fear, some kind of fear, and this time it's written in black and white. Like I told you, black means evil or dark. So you can see that Hellsing is pretty dark series, and also the white. Usually white is maybe something to do with losing own memory, or something to do with the light, sometimes light, or it could be also symbolized as emptiness. So because there is whole large space and it's all white, it's empty. So it's pretty interesting way to think about it, and I guess you can think many meanings also for this color. And also there is another way how you can tell that this guy is basically gentleman, and it's because he has this what it calls, well, basically this, he has this thing and the coat here. So yeah, now let's get to the back side of this cover, and now I'm going to also also the black can also mean shadows. So here's a pretty good description of shadows. So here is some character sitting, and what we can do seem indifferent about this character. She's smoking. Well, yeah, and he has the black suit on him. And we have one symbol here also, the crest, or basically this thing, and this symbolize, it can symbolize two things. It can symbolize death, but it can also symbolize life, and I guess also maybe in some form rebirth. And now if you think about a little bit this character, you can see that when the black suit usually symbolize something to do with the some kind of ceremony, so it can be burial or something to do with some kind of ceremony or party, but this time I would say some kind of ceremony. So yeah. And red is of course symbolize most of the time blood. So now what you can tell about Hellsing? You can tell about that the Hellsing is dark series. It has pretty dark and brightful colors. You can see red, you can see white, and you can see black. Also, Hellsing has some character who's gentleman. He has this jewel on him, which basically tells that he maybe has something to this character has something to do with death and life. And he also has this pentagram, so he has something to do with exorcism or magic. And he has this weapon, so it's something to do with the so he's definitely hunting someone. So yeah. And yeah, guys, that's basically how you can tell that what this series is basically about. So Hellsing is basically about Alucard hunting vampires. In case, so this time I would say, but I guess you can say that vampires are like demons in some way, maybe too. And it has also these things has like you see here. These things has to do with religion, something to do with religion, because they have also this Christ here, or Christ. How do you say it? But yeah. And yeah, definitely I highly recommend, guys, you Hellsing if you haven't read it. It's pretty not so long series, but it's decent enough. And the volumes can be really expensive if you don't buy it at right place, because I bought it in them at my I bought it them at actually I think I bought this at the normal shop, so in market shop or something like that, and they were like €6.70. So, and Hellsing is it has basically 10 volumes. So yeah. So hope you guys know kindly know hope you understand what I was talking about here. Oh, and one thing I also want to mention here, that this guy has something to. This has basically the white skin. So white skin can symbolize pale or fearness, or it can also mean that this guy is like he has some kind of soul inside of this. So basically, he's not normal human being, and he's vampire, but he's like he has like soul on him or something like that. But yeah, hope you understood what I basically meant here. And this after you can see these things, you can basically like to think, or you can basically know what kind of story Hellsing is going to be. And it's actually pretty interesting that you can also give it deeper meaning also the symbolism. It's very good to discuss about these symbols, because then when you have read the manga, you can explain the manga with the symbols, because you know what they mean. So yeah, guys. So that was basically this think about video number 1, and I will be sure making. Tell me what you guys think about this series. Did you like it, or was it boring to watch, or was it something interesting? Because if it's interesting, I continue doing this, and hopefully you can get also something out of it, even if you have read the Hellsing. But yeah, it was basically a little description of what kind of manga Hellsing is. Also, one thing before I end this video is that these fonts, like you see there's like it's kind of like slimy, and this kind of fonts, so you can kind of see like it's written in horror way, so it has something to do with horror also. So yeah, and that's about it. That's about it, guys. This time I'm XAC. Like, comment, subscribe if you like my videos, and thanks again.